Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. This is your Z107.7 local news for Saturday, August 17th, 2024. Yucca Valley's monthly art happening is happening again. That's right, it's the third Saturday Art Walk and returns tonight. And for a closer look at the fun, here's art aficionado Jeff Harmatz.
The Yucca Valley Art Walk features the many galleries of Yucca Valley opening their doors to the public, with many debuting new work or new shows. Star Tile is inviting everyone to come get dirty by playing with and making their own tile from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Goat Mountain Company debuts a sculptural show curated by Anna Stump called Hand Carved in the High Des, featuring carved artwork from Abe Del Cerda, Chris Barber, Mark Walsh, and Nancy Jacobson. There will be an opening tonight from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Space Truckin' Gallery is holding an opening reception for their new group show Into the Wild, featuring animal-based works, also from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. At Compound YV, see new work from artists Rich Callie and Colin Holloway as they riff on each other's styles and themes in a show called Nothing Nowhere. A number of other Yucca Valley-based artists and stores will be showing their work throughout the town today. For a full list of participating galleries, studios, and shops, and their open hours, see this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Jeff Harmatz.
Last night, Theater 29 held an opening night gala for their season finale production of Clue. The murder mystery comedy is inspired by the board game and adapted from the 1985 ensemble film, and Theater 29 has a stacked cast of their own. Here's arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
Featuring Charles Harvey, Cruz Jimenez, Virginia Sulik, Tiffany Crocker, Adeline Guillen, Kazi Boykin, Jack McLeod, and Laura Harwood, this Who Might've Done It will keep you laughing and guessing to the very end. Helmed by veteran multi-award-winning director Catherine Ferguson, Clue debuts with a gala opening night, August 16th. The remaining run weekends through September 1st have tickets available now at theater29.org. Reporting for Z107.7, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
If you've been to an animal shelter in the Morongo Basin lately, you may have noticed they're a little bit crowded, noisy, but full of eager and loving animals awaiting their forever home. Joining us with more on the issue of crowded shelters and how you can help is reporter Adeline J. Wells.
Across the country, summer is the busiest time of year for animal shelters, partly due to increased travel by pet owners, as well as breeders contributing to the overpopulation problem with animals bred in spring. This trend holds true in the Morongo Basin, with our shelters feeling the strain of high volume and slowed adoption rates. Shelters such as the Joshua Tree No-Kill Shelter, the Palms and Paws Animal Shelter in 29 Palms, and the Yucca Valley Animal Shelter have reported crowded populations at their facilities this summer. Angel Donahue, the manager of the No-Kill Shelter, cited the closing of spay-neuter clinics and veterinary hospitals during the COVID pandemic as part of the reason for an increased animal population. The shelter receives between 20 and 40 daily calls to surrender and currently has a wait list of over 50 animals pending acceptance. Matthew Klink from the Palms and Paws Animal Shelter in 29 Palms noted that this year has been their busiest yet. June was the worst month for animal intake, with over 100 animals brought in. While he says that most of the animals brought in are strays, surrenders are also common at the shelter. Klink suggested the economy seems to be a factor in these decisions. Most individuals say they can either no longer afford the animal, can no longer care for them, or are moving and unable to take their animal with them. Some shelters aim to combat high populations by hosting targeted fundraising and adoption events. Last month, Palms and Paws hosted a fundraiser for the shelter that included discounted adoption fees. In addition to garnering a few adoptions, the event raised $3,000 for the shelter's Spay-Neuter Fund. Volunteers from the shelter also bring a small selection of animals to the weekly 29 Palms Farmers Market to promote adoption. This weekend, another nearby shelter is also looking to combat overcrowding. The Palm Springs Animal Shelter is hosting a Clear the Shelters adoption event for dogs and cats. Silvercrest Advertising will cover all adoption fees to help place animals with lifelong homes, though interested individuals will still be vetted via the shelter's regular application process. The Yucca Valley Animal Shelter is also running its Summertime Adoption Spectacular event through the end of August. Adoption fees are discounted to $40 for dogs and $20 for cats. The fee includes vaccines, spay-neuter costs, a microchip, and a dog leash or cat carrier. Adopting an animal is a substantial commitment. Adding a new animal to the home is not the right fit for everyone and is not the only way to show support. Local shelters accept monetary donations and donations of food, linens, or gently used pet supplies for use by animals awaiting adoption. Volunteers are welcome at the Palms and Paws Shelter and the Joshua Tree No-Kill Shelter as well. For more information on how to connect with and support your local shelters, visit this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
San Bernardino County expects to have a proposed increase to the countywide transit occupancy tax, or TOT, on the November 5th ballot, increasing it from 7% to 11%. The increase would put it more in line with other counties such as Los Angeles and Riverside County, who are both at 12% and 10% respectively. The tax is added to all short-term rentals and hotel bills, and it's said to help pay for the impact that visitors can have on roads, public safety, and other local services. The county says that the increase, which will be on the ballot as Measure K, will create an estimated $9.4 million in additional funding. They've created a website to give more insight on how the proposed increase would support infrastructure and projects in the county. You can find it at maine.sbcounty.gov/TOT or look for it at this story on our website, Z107.7fm.com. And that's your local news for Saturday. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting out of Joshua Tree, California, alongside the award-winning Z107.7 news team, I'm Robert Hayden.